Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope your day's off to a fantastic start. Let's do another in-depth perfume review. Okay, today's is going to be a little bit interesting because I have never, ever in my life smelled the original of this dupe perfume from Alt. So, we are talking about a dupe for the Parfums de Marly DELINA Exclusif. I have heard about the DELINA perfume for a number of years now and have actually had it recommended to me multiple times, but I've never taken the leap to purchase it because I've never found it at any of my local department stores, and for the price point, I just kind of wanted to be able to smell it in person first. So typically what happens is in the wild, say at like Sephora, Ulta, Macy's, wherever I'm sniffing out perfume, I will find a fragrance that I really fall in love with. And either A, it's a super crazy high price point and I just can't justify spending that. Or B, and this is the most usual thing here, is that it's not cruelty free. Whenever I purchase beauty products for myself, I try to stick to cruelty-free exclusively because I don't believe in animal testing. So I choose not to give my money to companies that still test on animals at this point. So that means that I need to go find a dupe, right? So luckily, Dossier has been fantastic for that. And then lately I've been getting curious about the Alt fragrances. And now a lot of you are asking me about the, I believe it's pronounced Homeworx.Shop fragrances, also a dupe company. So I will be grabbing some of those next, but Alt was one that has been requested for quite some time. So last week I did do an in-depth review of their Cherry Lightning, which is a dupe for the Tom Ford Electric Cherry. That is a newer fragrance to the Tom Ford fragrance line. I fell in love with Electric Cherry. If you have never smelled it, ooh, it's beautiful. Not cruelty free, but absolutely beautiful. I think this is a pretty decent take on it. I don't think it's spot on, but that being said, if you missed that review, I will link that down below. But this week we are talking about the Duchess Exclusif. I kept going back and forth between whether I wanted to get the original Duchess or the Duchess Exclusif, because there is the original DELINA and then the DELINA Exclusif. So this one here is obviously the DELINA Exclusif dupe. So we are gonna go ahead and read through the fragrance notes of the original. We'll read through the fragrance notes of this. Because I've never smelled the real thing in person, this is literally the only time that I have ever ordered something just based off of people telling me that I would probably like it. And guess what? Those of you that were telling me that I would like this scent, you were so right. Thank you. I love your guys' suggestions. And the lasting power of this one is fabulous. It's so good. But that being said, after smelling this, I think I'm gonna go ahead and splurge on the real thing, even though the price point is insane, right? Like it's somewhere in like the $200 or $300 price range. It is an absurd amount of money for perfume. However, I do have a 45th birthday coming up in November, so that seems like a good time to splurge on a ridiculous fragrance. Anyway, I am currently on the Scentbird website and I just decided to go ahead and use their fragrance notes. If you are a Scentbird member, you can actually get a 30-day supply of either the DELINA or the DELINA Exclusif through them. It's $16.95 for people that are subscribed already to, okay. Obviously, I don't know how I'm not a Scentbird ambassador or anything. I don't know how this works, but I'm assuming if you have Scentbird, you know. But it looks like either $8.47 for the first month or $16.95 for the second month. Maybe I should try the DELINA that way. Maybe I should should I join Scentbird? If you are a Scentbird member, will you let me know if you think it's worth it? I feel like, I don't know. This might be good for testing. fragrances, which I do often, so this might be a lot more affordable. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on Scentbird. All right, so let's read through their little blurb for the DELINA Exclusif. A new take on DELINA is an unprecedented, captivating floral perfume creation. The fruity opening notes of pear, lychee, whatever floats your boat. I say lychee, you say lychee. And grapefruit provide intrigue. At the heart, a bouquet of rose damascena paired with incense and vetiver capture the soiree in all its beauty. Set with a subtle base of vanilla musk and Evernil. I've never heard that. This Parfums de Marly scent is luminous and passionate and uses only the finest ingredients. So yay for fine ingredients. So our predominant notes here are the lychee, pear, Turkish rose, vanilla, and vetiver. All right, now let's go ahead and read through the Duchess Exclusif here. If you are new to alt fragrances, the brand is cruelty-free. The fragrances they're made here in the US. They're actually based out of, I think, Florida. That's where my package came from. They say that they're a clean formula, they're vegan, they're sustainably made. The bottle is 100% recyclable, which I think is fantastic. So let's go ahead and get into the fragrance notes here. So they say Duchess Exclusif is a new take on our best-selling Duchess fragrance, encapsulating the same young, pink, girly, fruity, sweet, and pretty fragrance inspired by DELINA, but with a creamier base and an even stronger oil concentration to make sure it's a long-lasting and strong fragrance guaranteed to get you compliments wherever you go. Stunning. They say it's stunning. I think this is a pretty great fragrance. I would agree with stunning. Rose, lychee, and rhubarb make up pure elegance and sensuality. Duchess Exclusif is a floral masterpiece of a fragrance made for only the classiest of women, obviously. All right, our top notes are lychee, bergamot, and pear in this one here. The middle notes are agarwood, rose, and incense, and the base is amber, vanilla, and woody notes. Okay, since I cannot compare it to the real thing, I am just going to be reviewing this for what it is. So let's start with the fragrance. First of all, the rose is really actually the first thing that hits me here, and it's a very pretty, beautiful, feminine, more modern take on rose. Like, this does not smell like some Victorian rose water concoction or anything like that. It's a very nice, prominent, beautiful, younger take on a rose fragrance for sure. I absolutely smell the lychee in here, and I love it. I love lychee, and I think rose and lychee pair really beautifully together. I love a fruit mixed with a floral. I just think that it makes florals a lot more enjoyable for me personally, and those two notes are absolutely the first two that I pick up. I do get a touch of pear out of this. It isn't so much just like the pear skin. It smells like just like the whole pear. And I'm gonna go with more of like a Bartlett pear type note for sure. Has like just that touch of like green that you can smell in a Bartlett pear. I feel like I picked that up in here. Amber and vanilla absolutely at the base. I don't get much in the way of like an incense type vibe from this, but there is like a little bit of like a muskiness maybe that's coming across to me. It's super pleasant, you guys. I would definitely put this into the young, fun, fruity, definitely very feminine type category. Smells, I don't know. I feel like even though it comes across as a really young fragrance, it also comes across as kind of sophisticated in a way as well. And I think it's probably typically when I smell rose in a perfume, it makes me think like fancy lady scent for some reason. And I do think that the rose that's used in here is just particularly beautiful. Whatever fragrance oil they picked for this it's a stunning rose. So let's go ahead and show you guys the nice spray. I find that with these alt fragrances, be very intentional when you're pushing down the sprayer. You're gonna get the nicest mist that way. When I just do like a little, like when I try to do a spritz, it just kind of like spurts out. So got that nice mist if you do that nice intentional push. Oh, you guys. I love the rose that's in here. It's so beautiful. Kind of the rose that's in here reminds me of the YSL Parisienne. The rose that's in there is very, very similar to the rose that I smell here. And I love Parisienne. If you love that perfume, I think you're really gonna like this one. Oh, you guys, it's so good. I don't feel like this is overpowering, but this is definitely the type of fragrance that people notice on you. I don't think this is subtle. I think you can make it a little bit more subtle by not like using a lot of it, but this is quite concentrated. So I would say use with a light hand. This is a fragrance that people are going to notice. I would not overspray this. I think the projection of this is quite good. I have gotten a couple of compliments on this one. I haven't worn it a ton quite yet out in public. I've been wearing it around the house, but I did definitely have at least 2 people ask me what I was wearing. And I told them, you know, you can go get the real thing or you can go buy this alt one for, I think is this one $49? I can't remember what I paid for this. I think this one was more expensive. Hold on, my freaking iPad, my old lady iPad. Yeah, this one was $49 for the 1 ounce size. So kind of spendy. I feel like that's kind of spendy for a 1 ounce. But I will say the lasting power is also like pretty superb. This one, you guys, I can get a solid 7 to 8 hours out of this one before I feel the need to reapply at all. It is quite potent. I think the lasting power is there. I think the projection is there. Overall, this is definitely my top fragrance out of the 3 that I have purchased. From alt so far. This one is fabulous. I'm kind of curious to try the original Duchess from them at this point to see what the differences are, but I really, really like this one, and it definitely inspires me to probably pick up the real thing at some point. I feel like this one is going to last me quite some time. I mean, even just being a 1 ounce bottle, like, I mean, it's going to be hard for me to get through this, at least at any point this year. So, but that being said, this is beautiful, and I am getting some really great wear time out of it. And I think for the $50 price point, while it is kind of a little bit more expensive for a dupe type fragrance, I think it's absolutely worth it. If you guys are interested, you can shop alt. I'll put the link down below. I don't have a discount code with alt. I'm not partnered with them in any kind of way, but when I placed my first order, I just signed up for their emails and saved 15%. So if you want to save a little bit of money, do that. But I have since received multiple notices for, you know, like 20% off sales, 25% off sales, free shipping, all of that kind of stuff. They also have several bundles on their website. So yeah, there's some great options to, you know, some different ways to save some money over at alt. Definitely get signed up for their emails though, and that way you are notified at least of the sales. So save a little bit of money when you're placing your order. But overall, absolutely 2 thumbs up. I am so glad that I picked that up. I'm curious about the original DELINA. If you have both, will you tell me if there's much of a difference? Do you think it's worth ordering the Duchess? Let me know. Anyway, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch today. I wish I would have had the real thing to be able to compare it to for you guys, but I figured it would still be worth just reviewing in its own right. And thank you to all of you who have suggested that I check out the DELINA fragrance, because you were right. I do really enjoy it. So All right, have a great rest of your day, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Check out the description box for the links, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.